Hi Starseeds, welcome back to my kitchen. So if you clicked on this video, you know that I'm going to be showing you how to make a really delicious vegan baked cheesecake, and this is a really delicious cheesecake. I've been holding on to this recipe, like I created it a few years ago and I was saying I was going to keep it for my recipe book, but really I just really want to share it with you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to know how to make dairy-free cheesecake. So I just want you guys to enjoy something that you really loved eating before you went vegan or dairy-free or whatever the case. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. This is my secret baked vegan cheesecake. Let's get into the kitchen. Okay, Starseed, so the first thing we're going to do is make the crust for the cheesecake. And today I'm using gluten-free vegan graham cracker crust that tastes absolutely delicious. And what we're gonna do is place this in the bowl and to it some vegan butter. Now I've got earth balance butter here and I've just let it out to sit on the countertop just so it can soften slightly. So you need about 7 tablespoons of vegan butter. So once your vegan butter is in the bowl, we're gonna take 300 grams of gluten-free vegan graham cracker crumbs and we're just gonna place it inside with the butter. So now that we have the graham cracker crumbs and the butter in the bowl, we're just going to take a spoon and mix it. I actually prefer using my hands for this, but just for starters, I'm going to use a spoon. So with clean hands, you just want to get in there and make sure that the butter and the crumbs are combined. Now with 300 grams of graham crackers and 6 tablespoons of butter, it should be a perfect consistency. Not too dry, not too wet. And this is the consistency. So I've got my round springform pan here, and you can see that it's a springform pan because it's very important that after the cheesecake is baked, that it'll be easy to remove, okay? So you don't want to use a regular pan. Make sure it is springform. Also, I have placed some parchment paper on the bottom and on the sides as well. And what I've done is I added some coconut oil on the bottom and sides of the pan, and then I cut out perfect pieces and placed it on top of the coconut oil just so that it can stick. So all we're gonna do is place the crust inside the pan. Make sure you get everything out. And now with your hands, you're gonna press down gently. And what we wanna do is create a little wall. So using your fingers, you just wanna create a wall around the pan. And now finally with a spoon, with the back of a spoon, you're just going to smooth everything out. Make sure everything is evenly distributed. So now that the crust is ready in the pan, I'm just gonna prepare it so that it's easier later. Once I add the liquid, I don't wanna have to do this step, right? So what we're doing is we're taking some foil paper, placing the pan on top, and then I'm just going to basically cover the pan with some foil. And this is gonna help it to not burn, for the crust not to burn. And you wanna do this twice so that you have 2 layers of foil. So the first layer is done, and now I'm going to show you guys the second layer. Just like that. So now that we're done with preparing the crust, we're gonna just move this aside. And now we're gonna deal with all the wet ingredients and some flour, which is just gonna go straight into the blender. We're gonna start by placing 4 tablespoons of vegan butter into your blender, into my blender. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in half a cup of vegan sour cream and 2 cups of vegan cream cheese. Now the cream cheese you use is very, very important. The only one I could find here in Guelph, Ontario is the Daya cream cheese, but if you have access to Kite Hill, in my opinion, that is by far the best cream cheese ever on the market, and it'll make your cheesecake exactly like the real thing. So we're adding in 2.5 cups of firm tofu, and I'm going in with 285 ml of vegan milk. So now it's time to blend this all up. So we've blended up the ingredients, and look how delicious and creamy this looks. Look at that. So silky smooth. So all we have to do now is add the sugar and the flour. So I'm going in with 1 1/3 cups of organic cane sugar. And then in here, I've got a mix of 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So finally, we're adding in 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 2 tablespoons of pure vanilla extract, and this is gonna give you a beautiful flavor. And now we're gonna blend it once more. So all we're gonna do now is pour in the cheesecake filling. Look how smooth and creamy that is, looks delicious. And don't worry if it goes over the crust, it's supposed to, just like that. So traditionally you would bake this in a water bath, but because I don't have any extra bowls, I decided to use the foil method. And the foil method, by wrapping foil around half of the baking form, you're not gonna burn your crust, okay? So I've tried this last week and it worked like a charm. So this is gonna go in the oven at 175 degrees Celsius for 55 minutes. But you wanna keep your eye on it after about 45 minutes. So I baked the cheesecake for 50 minutes, exactly 50 minutes at 175 degrees Celsius. And this is how it's turned out. This has been chilling in the fridge overnight, and you can see that it's pretty firm. It's pretty firm. And it looks great. Now, one thing, once this is, if you check it while it's baking in the oven, you'll notice that it's getting a little bubbly and uneven. That's totally normal, so don't panic about that. Also, you'll see some dark brown spots. You don't want to over bake it so that the whole cheesecake surface is filled with these, okay? If you see a few like this, that's totally fine. So 50 minutes would do it. So as far as toppings, you can get really creative and fancy and pipe on some coconut cream all around the cheesecake and add some ganache. But I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just placing some jam, some strawberry jam on some strawberries, just so that it can stick well to the cheesecake, and that's it. So it's gonna be a really simple, classic strawberry cheesecake. So it's really important to chill your cheesecake overnight before you try to decorate it and before you try to cut it, because it really needs to firm up. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. It's firm, but slightly kind of soft on the inside, but firm enough that it'll hold its shape. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm gonna take a bite for you guys right now. Okay, so like I said, you can top this with like strawberry sauce or caramel sauce. You can even make an Oreo version of this. So there's a lot you can do. So right now what I'm gonna do is try some for you. Oh my God, oh my God. It looks really good. Warm. Oh my God. It's really good. I hope you guys try this. It's sweet. That graham cracker crust adds a lot of flavor and texture. The inside is silky and creamy, and it's just really good, and I'm just so excited for you guys to try this. Okay, Starseeds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, because you know that Greg and I are always here creating new recipes for you guys every single week, and smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, let me know where you are watching from. I love getting to know you guys, so please leave a comment down below and let me know where you're watching from. So we'll see you guys next time for the next recipe.